Okay, so I think it's about time that I introduce myself. My name is Jason Grant. I built a company called The Automated Method, and pandemic R&D got me realizing that what can a consulting business, a cloud consulting business, do to help every small and medium business out there? Something that is, impossible to deny that it's a solution to a major problem. And so I'm going to go over a few things because this is for you. This is for the SaaS world. This is for all the products, all the services. This is for everybody that, say, I would recommend or my team would recommend, all the softwares, all the cloud, right? The whole ecosystem, right? This is for you. So what is the automated method? Well, let's look at it this way. Now, it's an agency of agencies. That's number one, okay? And it's a method, and it's also an automated method, which is basically, you would understand, we're, as much automation as possible, but we're gonna call it automatic technologies. Why? Because the average consumer gets thrown by the word automated. It becomes more Amazon-y, more, industrial, right? More robotic. Automatic technologies are like the if this then that world. If this happens, do this, or if this happens in one app, move data from here to there, etc. You all know what I'm talking about. Native integration. So I'm going to introduce you to the lexicon at the automated method. And the reason for this is so that you can finally gain one thing that I don't know if you have yet, which is absolute client retention. Because I understand and know how many users of each of your platforms is not using it as proficiently as they could, or at all, or lets the trial, be whatever go to the end of the trial and then not use the application. Why? Well, they don't want to do it. That's number one. Right? And your marketing makes it as if that it's magic, right? Every marketing for a SaaS, all the marketing for a SaaS products are like, it's magic. Just use us, register. Problem is though that those people aren't going to learn. They're not going to do it. Business owners aren't going to do it. The team isn't going to do it. Their proficiency in, say, Microsoft Office is satisfactory, but at beginner at best. So their modern proficiency in their frankensystem is probably closer to novice, which is a 0. But we want to look at it in terms of advanced and expert, which is what the automated method does. How did I do that? Well, first off, remote work, obviously, but I thought it's outsourcing. There's a lot of outsourcing out there, but the word has problems, right? It's a bad word for some people. It's kind of tarnished based on the idea that the work quality is reduced. I get it. So then I came up with remote departments, which is basically stacking all the modern corporate areas in your business and then having a nucleus, and inside your app stack, right? Which is all the proper, use whatever industry you're in, all the proper apps that all play nice together, that all function better together. And then you can have a dashboard, a real dashboard. So let's work backwards, okay? I'm trying to keep this video under so many minutes because I talk forever. So let's just go over some of these things because I know you know what I'm talking about. Oh, I know. I've talked to most of you either in accounts, sales, or support, or customer service. And I can tell you that we're all experiencing the same thing. The hardest part, first of all, is influencing them it's not the hardest part. The second part is the implementation. And then the sustainability. So you have to demonstrate some sort of ROI for the investment. So if they go and use a CRM, that CRM of choice better demonstrate some goddamn ROI, or they're gonna jump. They're gonna bail, they'll try another one, or they just won't use it at all, and they'll go back to using Excel, right? So here we go. So we have the automated method, okay? That's us. All right? Now, inside the automated method, what we do is we do a thing called the scope, which is just a 30-day process, okay, where I and my team, which are all other businesses that are all app-centric, so we'll go app-centric, okay, right? Each one of these businesses would be an agent, so we have the agents, all right? And these app-centric agents, what we do in 30 days is interview the owner, okay? So we do interviews, right? So the interviews. And inside the interviews, what we do is we share information, okay? So we share a doc, or we basically have Slack, right? And we have Monday.com. There's a shout out to Monday.com already, okay? And Slack. So we do all this together in a scope, and we determine the app stack. Now, I know a lot of people like to say tech stack or whatever, but they're application environments. That's what you're marketing it as anyway. So why don't we just call it what it is, right? And this is how you unfrankensystem something they also maybe already started to do themselves because they thought they knew what they were doing, right? Remember, we're focusing on client retention, right? That's one. Or customer retention, whichever, right? Customer retention. So they stay in your cloud. They pay and rent forever. Per month on your credit card per user forever, right? That's what you want. But you also want to demonstrate some sort of performance increase, some sort of ROI, some sort of KPI that makes them feel like they're actually getting something from using the app instead of them diving back into their traditional model. Am I right? Okay? So now that you have all this and you've scoped it all out, now you have the model, right? What's that? That is like an exact imprint of an ecosystem for their industry, for their small, medium business. Done, right there. That's what you can get from the scope. That is like just the beginning, because now that you have a model and you have these app-centric agents in the automated method, all communicating as a team, so it's team to team, business to business, okay? Everybody's using Calendly. Another shout out to Calendly right here, okay? Actually, you know what? Because I know Monday.com's branding is different than Calendly. Don't worry, I understand, right? We can basically go and implement an entire dashboard forward, bots inclusive, fully automated, maximum automatic technologies, everything real time, ecosystem for their business, right? That's what I call the formula, all right? And the formula is how you roll out all of this for a small business. And the thing is, if there's a dashboard involved, we'll just go the dashboard, right? If there's a dashboard involved, and let's go even better, let's say Databox, because that's the one you use, right? What happens is, now they can look at their iPhone or their Android, hopefully iPhone, and they can see exactly why they're in business. They're saving time, they're saving money, and it makes sense. Instead of them just hoping that these apps they choose are magic. You know, unsupervised magic happens, which it doesn't, right? So that's why I just wanted to say all this right now, because I think once you get the lexicon, this makes sense. That's what we do over here, right? You can hit up the automated method on LinkedIn, me, whatever, any of the social platforms, it doesn't matter. Or just email start at the automated method.com, and that's a whole bunch of cool zaps. So there we go, Zapier. Customer retention, and also it will and does work.